What we believe at Men Can Stop Rape is that if we're really going to have impact, if we're really going to sustain prevention of men's violence against women and domestic violence, it's going to require men. This is not being anti-male, it's just being accountable. It's men overwhelmingly who are perpetrating domestic violence against women and other men. And so what we want to focus on is the overwhelming majority of us as men who aren't doing these things, and find a way for us to be involved and to really speak to other men and work with other men to prevent domestic violence, and to recognize that if it's men who are perpetrating this violence, it's going to have to be men who are going to stop this violence.
Thank you. In terms of boys and growing up with boys, I know that many times, for example, we know or we're starting to understand what to tell our girls growing up. What are some things that we can start talking to our boys about?
Well, I think it's really important first to focus with young men and to understand that we teach men what we call dominant stories of masculinity, these really stereotypical definitions of what you need to do to live up to be a real man. And we teach young men that they can be strong without being violent, and that has to start, really at pre-K all the way until entering into the college and into the workforce, that men can be strong without being violent, be allies with our female peers, and really understand that empathy, relationships, and real masculinity requires that kind of commitment if you're going to be a strong man. When I first started, I came to this work as a youth advocate, and was really myself trying to get more of an understanding around gender-based violence, domestic violence. And when I recognized, the same faces at the same meetings and conferences, going into my 11th year at Men Can Stop Rape, I continue to meet more and more men who are new to this field, coming from other industries, or have expanded their current roles, whether it be in corporate America or the Justice Department or in primary prevention or education. There's more and more of us, really, as I said before, becoming allies with everyone who is currently doing this work. So it's a great growth, and I think it speaks to men's desire to be involved and to contribute to this work. Well, everyone's not going to make their professional commitment to gender-based violence or domestic violence, but, being here in New York and being so close to Times Square, we know the power of images. And many of us as men may not know where or how we're supposed to get involved. We think that the social media becomes an introduction to raise people's awareness. I mean, you can, whether it be through Facebook or Times Square or in a school hallway, it allows people to really maybe get their first introduction of an alternative way of living and experiencing and contributing. So we think it's very powerful, and those images many times can be the first introduction into sustained involvement in this work. Well, Liz Claiborne, we honored Paul Sharon, their former president and CEO, several years ago, and based on that, we formed a relationship with Jane Randall, and anything that Jane is a part of and that Liz Claiborne is participating in, we're always going to be there and support them. We think that their leadership as a corporate leader is tremendous, and they were the primary reason that we came to New York. We established our youth programs, our Men of Strength clubs in all 5 boroughs with the support and guidance of Liz Claiborne, and we think that they are a testament to what corporate America is able to do when they use their voice and their resources and their expertise around these types of issues.